Yo, do you ever watch a college lecture prank where, some idiot walks in and says a stupid joke or says or does a dumb prank, whatever it may be, and you think this is really funny? Well, I'm here to tell you that there's actually a deeper reason why you find this funny. So let's get right into it. Starting off with number one, let's just get this out of the way. This one's kind of obvious, but you find those funny because they are genuinely funny, right? When you watch one of those videos where someone walks in, does causes a disturbance, does something funny, those are actually funny because maybe the way they talk, their tone, the jokes they make, whatnot, those are funny and make you laugh. But that's kind of the basic reason. There's more to it. So number two is the freedom. You may be thinking, what the hell do I mean? Well, anytime we watch lecture pranks where someone walks into the lecture hall and, causes a crazy scene, the first thing we think, most people, is, wow, I can't believe he's doing that. How is he not embarrassed to do that? I would never do something like that, right? And those thoughts are rooted from, society, right? They keep you trapped. They make you think, okay, I need to follow the rules. So specifically with college and the lecture halls, you're taught literally ever since you start school, I have to be quiet in class. I have to listen to the teacher. I can't be myself. I can't talk. I have to do this. I have to, you're just trapped, right? You have to follow the rules of the lecture, of the professor, of the students around you, whatever it may be. And because of that, you feel trapped. You feel like you're shackled in chains to the rules of the lecture hall and the professor. But when you see someone go in and completely ignore all those rules and make all those funny jokes and pranks, you kind of get envious. Not a bad envy, but a good envy. Like, damn, I wish I could, do that. I wish I could cause a scene and be myself, right? And that's because you deep down want to be free. You don't want to really sit there and just pay attention and listen. Maybe you do, but deep down, you probably want to just talk or just be yourself and not just have to sit there. Notes. Professor, can you go back one slide? No. Deep down, you want to just be free of all that. And these pranksters going into classes and literally doing that is what you kind of want to do deep down. You want to be free. You don't want to be held or restrained by all these stupid rules. And to kind of go further onto that point, it's also being trapped by judgment, right? If you are in class and you were to do something like that, right, cause a scene, do whatever, you would probably feel, again, embarrassed or scared about what other people would think. And that, again, causes you to feel trapped. When you are so afraid of what other people think and you're so worried that you might be embarrassed or embarrass yourself or make yourself look like an idiot, it causes you, again, to feel trapped. You can't really express your true nature or what you truly want to do because you're afraid to, because you're afraid of the judgment. But by seeing a prankster go in and, again, be an idiot, do this, stupid, funny prank, again, you get that feeling of a good envy, like, damn, I wish I could just not care what people think. Damn, I wish I could just, say screw you to the teacher. Damn, I wish I could just be this confident or just not really care or not embarrass myself, right? Deep down, we all kind of think that. And that's what makes the videos so much funnier and so much better, because not only are they actually funny, but they're also rule breakers and not giving a crap of what other people think. So it makes the viewing experience way better because deep down you're like, holy crap, I can't believe this guy is breaking the rules and not caring what people think and not embarrassing himself. I wish I could do that, right? So that's the second reason why we deep down enjoy those lecture pranks, or I guess any pranks in general where it involves a public area. But I'm just saying lecture pranks specifically. And then the next reason we kind of feel like, oh my gosh, these are so funny, is because, again, we're trapped in school. And you may be thinking, what? Well, this is a little more specific to the college lectures, not just, pranks in general, but the college lecture pranks, we like it because we, students, again, feel a good envy. So let me kind of explain. In college, I guess we'll talk about college specifically, you have to pay, hundreds of thousands of dollars. You have to do tests you don't want to do. You have to study for hours. You have to stress yourself, raise your anxiety, go through all this BS just because you feel like, oh, you have to, or just because you're afraid that people might make fun of you if you don't, or people might call you stupid if you don't, right? So again, you feel trapped in life, or I guess in this case, school. You feel trapped. You're living a life that you truly deep down don't want to do. Because, I mean, realistically, does anyone truly want to sit for hours in a lecture, then taking notes the entire time that they're going to have to study for hours later and then stress themselves if they don't get a good grade on a test? Like, no, like no one wants to do that deep down, right? It's ridiculous. It's stupid. So because of that, again, we feel trapped. So we feel like we're living a life that we don't truly want to live, that we have no control over. So when we see somebody, right, one of those pranksters go into the class, dilly-dally and be like, yo, again, we see that as a good thing. Like, holy crap, this guy's living the life he wants to live, right? Because again, in all those videos, a lot of the times, not all the time, but a lot of the times, some of the students in the lecture halls they're stone cold emotionless, right? And that's because that's how they've been taught to be. Because again, for school, you are forced to live a life that you don't truly want to do, or at least you're forced to do things you don't truly want to do. And the worst part is if you try to rebel, if you try to live another way, if you try and do something else, then you, again, get ridiculed or get punished. For example, if you have a homework assignment that's like 4 hours long and you don't want to do that, because who the hell wants to do a 4-hour long homework assignment? But let's just say you have a 4-hour homework assignment, which obviously you don't want to do. And if you were to do it, it would stress you out like crazy. It would cause all the other mental health issues. If that were the case for the homework assignment and you were to just skip the homework assignment, guess what? You would get punished. Even though you don't want to do it at all, even though it causes problems like, anxiety, stress, whatever, even though that's literally like a big issue and you don't want to do that assignment, if you don't do it, then guess what? People, including your teacher, your parents, other students may make fun of you. Oh, you're lazy. Oh, you're an idiot. Oh my gosh, you're so forgetful. You're a freaking moron, right? That's one thing you're going to deal with. Another thing, you're going to have a different letter, right? 7A, you're going to have a B or an F or whatever. Because, again, in this society, we have so normalized doing things that we just don't want to do. For school specifically, we've normalized basing our entire mood and mental health on a letter. Like, you mean to tell me a letter on a digital transcript is what dictates whether or not I should be happy or upset with myself? Like, that's so stupid. It's ridiculous. And it's same thing with the homework assignment. You really think me skipping a 4-hour long homework assignment or just not wanting to do a homework assignment is me being lazy or stupid? No, it's you not wanting to do it. But again, we've so normalized it that it's just, if you don't do it, then again, you get judged, you get embarrassed, you get ridiculed, you get in trouble, you feel worse, whatever. And because of that toxic relationship, again, you're forced doing things you don't want to do and you feel trapped. So that's I kind of went off on a little tangent. How does that relate back to the prankster? Well, when you see the prankster come into class and do that stupid prank, you, again, enjoy it because deep down, you want to be exactly like that. Not necessarily, you want to go into classes and prank people, but you want to be free like that. Because the pranksters in those videos literally don't care about getting in trouble. They don't care what the teachers say. They don't care what the other students say. They literally just go in, be like idiots to make people laugh. That's all they care about. And because of that, they are free. They are living the life they want to live. They are doing the things they want to do. They go into the class. They don't care about the assignments. They don't care about the teacher, the professor. They don't care. Instead, they care about doing what they want to do, which is making a funny video. And again, deep down, we are envious of that because we want to be free. We want to live lives that we want to live. But again, because of school, we feel trapped. We feel like we can't really live the way we want to live because, again, if we do, people make fun of us. People do this, or we feel like we have no other option. And to kind of expand on that, right, it's similar to what I said earlier with judging. Again, if you were to go into the class and do all those pranks, you'd probably feel extremely embarrassed. You feel like you're being judged, like someone's making fun of you, which they probably are. But here's the thing. First off, who cares? But second, because of that fear of judgment and embarrassment, you're again trapped, not living a life you want to do. Because think about it. How many times in your life have you not done something, or at least done something you haven't wanted to do because you were afraid of what other people think or what other people would say? Probably a lot. And that's the problem, in life, we let other people control our lives because we are so afraid about what they think or what they're going to say. And because of that, it keeps us trapped again, and it forces us to live a life and do things we don't want to do. So when you see the prankster go into the class and do a prank, again, you enjoy watching it not just because it's funny, but because they are free. They live life how they want to live. They don't care about school assignments. They don't care about what other people think. They do what they want to do, and they are free. They're not trapped the same way we are trapped. So I hope that kind of provided a different perspective on videos like those lecture pranks. I actually kind of got this thought in my head because I actually watched a lecture prank the other day and was laughing really hard at it, and it made me think, why was it so funny? So that's kind of why I made this video. Just to end on a good note, I just want to say, screw everyone else, right? Don't be afraid about what other people think. Like, genuinely just stop caring. Post the video you want to post. Do the things you want to do. Wear the clothes you want to wear. Do whatever the hell you want to do, and screw everyone else who tells you not to, because they're all losers if they really care that much to judge you. Peace.